Hi guys, I have a really fun day for us today. I have a really fun apple experiment that we are going to do here in just a little bit. But first, I thought it would be really fun if we read a book. Apple Countdown. We've been talking about apples now yesterday, and we're going to continue today because apples are so yummy, you guys. So good and for you. So you should eat lots of apples. Have you ever heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Well, it's true. Apples are really good for you, and doctors suggest that you should eat some because they're yummy. And I think they taste, oh gosh, there's just so many different ones. They just all taste so good. But I think today we'll start off with a little book called Apple Countdown, and it's by Joan Holub, and it's illustrated by Jan Smith. Field trip day! Hooray! Says Jose. 20 apples with our names, says James. I see a tag for me, says Lee. 19 kids get on our bus, says Russ. I share with Mr. Yee, says Lee. 18 miles till we're there, says Claire. 8 miles, turn then go 10, says Ben. So what is 8 plus 10? 18. Good job. Name 17 things we might see, says Mr. Yee. An apple tree, calls Lee. Look how these things are going to see. Apple tree, barn, basket, butterfly, a bird, a farmer, a cow, a rake, a leaf. 16 steps to the gate, says Kate. Hi, Farmer Appleby, says Lee. 15 cars on a train, says Elaine. 5 yellow, 5 green, 5 red, says Ted. 14 cows. Moo, moo, says Sue. That's 12 cows plus 2. 13 ducks. Quack, quack, says Zach. 10 white ones and 3 black ones. 12 rows of trees, says Louise, and 11 hives for bees. Yay! It's time to pick, says Nick. Easy as 1, 2, 3, says Lee. 1. Hold apple in your hand, pressing the stem against the apple with your index finger. Twist upwards and gently pull. I picked small ones. My sack will hold 10, says Ben. I picked big ones, says Caroline. My sack will hold 9. Mine are the biggest, says Kate. My sack holds only 8. My 7 apples are green, says Christine. My 6 apples are red, says Ted. Want to trade with me, asked Lee. An apple has 5 holes, each with seeds inside, says Clyde. Isn't that cool when you cut an apple? There are 4 seasons in a year, says Shakir. Winter branches are bare, says Claire. Spring flowers bloom pink and white, says Dwight. In summer, the apples grow, says Joe. In fall, apples are ready to pick, says Nick. 3 apple pies for us, says Russ. How many slices are there, asked Claire. 2 times 6 plus 8, says Kate. 2 o'clock, time to go, says Joe. Crunch, 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 crunch. 1 lost tooth. For me, shouts Lee. Thanks, Farmer Appleby. Bye. We love apples. We had fun. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Lee lost a tooth and an apple. Have you guys ever done that? You bite an apple and it gets stuck in there? Oh my goodness, that's so funny. All right, you guys, stay tuned. We have a really fun apple experiment coming up next. Hi, you guys. I thought we would have a fun apple experiment. Have you ever cut into an apple and then a few minutes later it's brown? Hello, I don't want to eat a brown apple. Well, here's what happens. When you cut into an apple and the apple is exposed to the air or the oxygen and the enzymes of the apples, it turns into, ready for this crazy word? Oxidation. Can you say that? Oxidation happens. So that happens when you expose the inside, so this part of the apple, right, that I've already cut off, when you expose this part of the apple to the outside air, okay? So that is called oxidation. But what's really cool is there are some things that can help with the oxidation and keep it from browning. So I thought we would give that a little try today. I have 6 jars here set up that I'll show you in just a second. And I have used a few different things. I've used nothing. I've used water, milk, baking soda, vinegar, and lemon juice. So 6 different things that we are going to try to use to make it from oxidizing. Now, what do you think? Do you think one of those will be better than the other? Do you think one will be worse? I could maybe make it turn really brown. I'm just not sure. So let me show you what I have here. Okay, now you can see I've already cut up my apples right here. Okay, and then like I said, I have nothing. I have water, milk, baking soda, vinegar, and lemon juice. So I'm just going to put my apples into the jars. Okay, so there's my water, my milk. Maybe milk. Maybe milk will stop it from oxidizing because milk's always a good thing. Then here's my baking soda. I'm going to kind of just wiggle that in there so that I can get it covered. I'm just not sure that with the baking soda that I would want to eat that afterwards. The vinegar, pop that in the vinegar. You know, vinegar is very acid based, so maybe. And same thing with that lemon juice. Let's see it. Plop that in there. Then, look, a few extra for a really yummy snack. So, you guys, I'm going to keep watching this. I'll take some pictures throughout the day just so we can see how it's working. But I want you to predict right now, which one do you think will be the best? Maybe just the plain old water. I'm not sure. Well, let's wait and see. Okay, you guys, it has been one day on our apple experiment, and I wanted to show you what they look like now. There are some that I would eat, maybe, but maybe not. All right, this is the one with we put nothing in it. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to tell you about the texture a little bit. So you can see it is a little brown. I'll tell you, it feels kind of rubbery. This side is really rubbery. Hear that? And it has no moisture in it. This side has a little bit of moisture still on it. I wouldn't eat it. This is our water one. This one just has the water in it. I'll tell you this one, it doesn't look all that bad. But I'm not sure if you can see how it has some water pockets. See how so I bet those would be just watered down and gross. So I don't think that's the way to go. Here is our milk. Ooh, you want some milk? It doesn't look the greatest either. Got a spoon. So here is our milk one. I don't really even want to touch it to tell you. It's not all that brown. It has some browning on it. And this one, I do think that the outside looks so much better than most. Those got really kind of brown, where this kept its nice red color. But do you really want to eat an apple that's been soaked in milk? Then we have this one that I think is kind of gross. This is the baking soda one. Now this one had baking soda all around it, but look at it. It like shrunk, first of all. It's gooey. It's like smushy and gross. And look at how dark the outside is. We started with this nice, beautiful red apple, and now it is like nearly black. So I'm gonna say absolutely not to baking soda. Then we have vinegar. First of all, would you want to eat an apple that's been soaked in vinegar? Not me. Not me at all. Look at here. This one's probably the worst. It is brown, 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 and it is smushy. It stinks, and even the core, the outside, is like the skin here is super dull. It's just, I'm not sure if you can really tell in the light, but it has really lost that beautiful red color, and it's really more of like a brown red now. Not as good. Now, for the final one. Did you guys guess it? Lemon juice. Look at the lemon juice. Now, this has been overnight. It still has a nice texture to it. Red outside. It's a little faded, though. But as far as the outside, this one is by far the best. Now, if you guessed lemon juice, woo, congratulations, great for you. I just wanted to show you, I did put some lemon juice because I kind of knew that on my apple after I cut it, and I've left that out too. I just put a little bit on it. I didn't soak it like that because now look at how pretty my apple is. Awesome, right? So I could easily just, I would probably, if this were me, I'd slice this side off since it's been exposed to the air and maybe some extra germs. And I would cut it and I would eat it in my tummy. Yeah. So I hope you guys like it. Now, the question is, why lemon juice, you ask? Because it's an absorbic acid. And so when that absorbic acid comes in contact with that apple and with the oxygen, it holds it all together and it prevents it from browning. So kind of a cool little experiment. Give it a shot. You don't need much, and you really don't need to keep it for 24 hours. You can see some results. If you look at my pictures, you can see how we saw results within a couple hours of the apples browning. I hope you guys really like this one. This one was fun for me. I kind of expected maybe some other ones to turn out differently, so it was a lot of fun. Give it a try. Maybe try some different things at home that you think maybe would work. I'm not sure. What if you put an apple in apple juice? Let's think about that one.